to this episode, the third episode, which is Maundy Thursday. Maundy Thursday. This is observed on the Thursday before Easter, the first Thursday after Palm Sunday. And it also marks the beginning of the Triduum, which I am going to explain later. The day is very, very important because on Maundy Thursday, this is the day that we were given the sacrament of the Holy Communion. It was instituted and inaugurated by Jesus himself on this day. And that's why I want to don this chasuble, which is the garment that can only be used when one is celebrating the Eucharist. You cannot use this garment if you are not celebrating the Eucharist. It must be a service, whether it is a wedding, whether it is a funeral, but it must be a service that has Holy Communion. Then you can don on this. So this is the chasuble. Now, I want you to notice that the color is purple, and the table has also the purple lining. This is for the Lent. But for Maundy Thursday, the color actually changes to white. Maundy Thursday's liturgical color is white, not Maundy Thursday, white. Lent, purple. Now, what happens on Maundy Thursday? As I have said, this is the Last Supper. It is the institution of the Eucharist. We remember the event that in which Jesus, during the Passover meal, institutes the Holy Communion. He commands the disciple to do this in remembrance of him. This is the central to Christian worship. In fact, it is the highest form of worship in the Anglican Church. The Holy Communion is the highest form of the Anglican Church. Now, we go to the washing of the feet. Before that, I remove the chasuble. The washing of the feet is very, very important. Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, a humble and sacrificial act. This action is seen as an example of how Christians should serve one another. How Christians should serve one another. But let me explain where this tradition came from. In the Middle Eastern countries, we know that that place has lots of dust, and people put on open shoes. And whenever they entered a house, the feet was actually covered with dust. And there was a servant who brought water and washed the master's feet because he had walked and the feet had dust. So it was that the servant washed the master. But Jesus now changes this tradition. He says, instead of the servant washing the master, it is now the master who should wash the servant. This is profound change and teaching that Jesus gives us on this day. And for those of you who know Kiswahili, maybe I explain it in the Kiswahili sense. In Kiswahili, there is a greeting called shikamoo. It is a greeting where the one who is junior greets the senior. Shikamoo. The word shikamoo simply means I am holding your feet. I am holding your feet. Mo is an old Kiswahili word for mguu, which means leg. So I am holding, nakushika mo. I'm holding your feet, symbolizing that you are a junior, and before the senior, you are nothing. But the senior will reply marahaba, which means few times. Do not hold it too much. Just hold it symbolically, marahaba. But now Jesus is telling us that it is us seniors who should shika more of the juniors. If only leaders realized this, if only leaders served us, we would have no problem in hospitals. We would have no problems with the police. We would have no if we served, if we realized that that money that we are stealing belongs to the people whom we serve, the common mwananchi. So the washing of the feet is very important. And it's during that time that the archbishop would wash the feet of even street kids, of ordinary Christians who come to church. And during this season, there is the celebration of the Holy Communion, which again, as I said, is the highest form of Anglican worship. Now, at the end of this service, the altar is stripped, and the priest who had the stalls is removed. Of course, the stall for Maundy Thursday would be white, so it would be removed. And the altar would be stripped. So all the hangings would be removed, including the white, including the cross. Everything would remain bare. And this dramatic ritual that we do in church reflects actually on the suffering and transition now to Good Friday. But there is one other thing that I want to explain. Where does the word Maundy Thursday comes from? It comes from the Latin word mandatum. And mandatum just means command. On this day, Jesus gives us a new commandment that we love one another, regardless of where we have come from. And I wish we would obey the commandment of God. A person from tribe A loves a person from tribe B. A person from tribe B loves a person from tribe A, and a person from tribe... We love each other without looking at the person's status, race, where he comes from, gender. So even when we are told, go out to love, we are supposed to love others. And lastly, during this service, there is no recessional hymn. Once the altar has been stripped, you just walk out slowly at your time. The clergy also walk out. No ceremonies, because we want to begin that period of sadness where we shall see Christ on the cross. So, in the next episode, please do not miss this, which is the last episode. We go to Triduum. Triduum, which means 3 days, explains what happens on those 3 days: Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. Welcome.